Come, let's sing Jesus, of Jesus, of Jesus, of Jesus. Let's sing an everyday children's way.
Oh, hey friends! How are you doing? I'm so glad that you could be with me today. Actually, I was eating some goldfish. Let me put this down. So this week, I thought it'd be really cool if we actually talk about a certain character in the Bible. And this week, why don't we talk about one of Jesus' friends? You know, the Bible, especially in the New Testament, talks about a man called Simon Peter. Now, Simon is probably one of the biggest names that you read about in the New Testament simply because he really loved Jesus. But you know, just like us, he wasn't perfect. As a matter of fact, Peter made mistakes from time to time. But what I want to start out with today is talk about when Peter followed Jesus. You know, in Luke chapter 5, Jesus hasn't called any of his disciples yet, but he goes out on a lake and he sees these boats out on the lake. And when Jesus walks up to these boats, Peter's on the boat. And Jesus would say, "Have you caught any fish?" And Peter said, "No, we've been fishing all night and we couldn't find anything." So what Jesus said was, "I want you to take your net and I want you to cast it on the other side." And Peter at first said, "This isn't going to work. We've been going all night long. We've not caught anything." But you know what happened next was so awesome. You would just have to see it to believe it. But before we even talk about that, it's time to sing a song with our friend Paul. Paul's been dying to sing with us ever since Friday. He's called me every single day saying, "Hey, when we gonna sing again?" Well, today's our chance. So you go sing with Paul, and we'll be back here in a few seconds. So let's go sing.
Sing Christian songs with Paul.
Thanks, E.T. Hey, kids, would you like to sing another Christian song? How about When I Grow Up? Whatever I will be when I grow up, I'll be a Christian first when I grow up. If I should be a banker when I grow up, I'll be a Christian banker when I grow up. Whatever I will be when I grow up, I'll be a Christian first when I grow up. If I should be a teacher when I grow up, I'll be a Christian teacher when I grow up. Whatever I will be when I grow up, I'll be a Christian first when I grow up. If I should be a farmer when I grow up, I'll be a Christian farmer when I grow up. Whatever I will be when I grow up, I'll be a Christian first when I grow up. If I should be a preacher when I grow up, I'll be a Christian preacher when I grow up. Great job, kids. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, friends. That was an awesome song. Thanks, Paul. We appreciate and love singing with you. Now, when we left with Peter and some of the other people in the boat with him. They had just tossed the net to the other side. And do you know what happened when they put the net in the water? There wasn't just one fish, or two fish, or three. Well, let me show you. They had so many fish. It was going everywhere. I can't even hold on to these fish. They caught so many fish that the boat began to sink and they had to call for another boat. There was so many. Now, what had happened after this is that when Peter realized what was going on, he fell down on his knees and he told Jesus, "Lord, depart from me. I'm just a sinner." Because you see, what happened was that Peter realized the man who is in this boat with me, he's not like other men. All he told me was to put the net to the other side, and I couldn't believe what happened. Did you know that there could be times in your life where you could be doing something wrong and Jesus simply says, "Friend, put your net on the other side"? And you know, sometimes we need to realize that maybe we are wrong. We are doing the wrong thing. And we do need to pick up our nets and catch more fish than what we've been catching. And you know what Simon Peter did after they had found the fish and he fell down before Jesus? The Bible would say in verse 11 that they forsook all, Peter and his brother and the other fishermen, and they followed Jesus. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we realized how great Jesus was to us if we were to just leave everything behind, all of our favorite video games, our TV shows, and spend more time with God? Jesus would love it. God would love it. But do you love it? Friends, that's all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for being with me. Now, we've got to work on our memory work for the week. So until next time, I'll see you later. Let's go work on our memory work. Hey friends, so it's Monday and it's a brand new week, which means we have a new memory verse to work on for the week. Our memory verse this week will come from Matthew chapter 16, verse 16. That's Matthew chapter 16, verse 16. Now today we'll say it twice together. Is that okay? So let's say it twice together and make sure that we're working together on the same verse. Are you ready? Let's go. Simon Peter answered and said, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Now let's say it one more time together. Are you ready? Let's go. Simon Peter answered and said, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Now work really, really hard on this verse this week, and by Friday, you'll have another part of God's Word in your heart. So until next time, see you later, friends.
Come, let's sing of Jesus, of Jesus, of Jesus, let's sing an everyday children's way.